Okay, well, that was awful damn foolish of me. Well, hey, welcome back to Abacabb Classic Gaming, where if you're going to game, keep it classic. Now, what I was saying before I figured out that my fucking microphone wasn't working, is that in the last video I did, taking care of what we were supposed to take care of with Derek Carr, well, I was able to trade him to the Falcons for a first and second round pick. Well, ultimately, what has happened is that Derek Carr has been released, which means we will get no compensation for him. So that's pretty much what this is going to be. Now, I'm homesick from work today. Been pretty much sick all week, and my daughter's like really sick today as well. So I'm home with her today, so I'm able to at least do this video. Now, if you watched the last one, where I trade Derek Carr for a first and second round pick, then you know exactly what I'm talking about on why I have to redo it. Now, I'm able to interact with the chat today because I do not have anything up. I have the window being captured through the OBS, and I'm able to actually interact with the chat. But guess what? There's nobody in the chat here. So that means I get to do all these off-season moves on my own. Well, from looking at my contracts, the first thing I need to make sure that I do is solidify Davante Adams at least until 25. So what I am going to do with him is I'm going to offer him a $14.5 million contract for 2 years with 70% of his signing bonus being given to him up front. The contract is backloaded. But this will give me $107.36 million in cap room, and that's with Derek Carr, because I'm going to suffer. Hey, he accepted the offer. I'm going to suffer some cap issues. Now, as you can see right here, Derek Carr, I'm not going to get a penalty for him, and that's because when this roster was put out, how they had it, they didn't have Derek Carr's contract installed into here. Not to mention, I don't know how they would anyway, with the salary cap's huge difference in between 2005 to now. So we're actually really dealing with 2005 cap room, because that's one thing in the game that you cannot edit. Now, we have a total of $84.71 million in salary, and our cap room is 107.36. So ultimately, what I'm going to end up doing is releasing Derek Carr to free agency. And as you can see, I suffer $4 million on. Well, I gain $4 million on the salary, where I'm only spending $80.65 million, and then in the cap room, it's now $111.42 million. What I have for cap room without having Derek Carr. Now, I do have the trades on. I do believe that if I am going to get here into where the rookies are to where I can get myself a quarterback if I'm not able to sign one as a free agent. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be under contracts. Now, these are all the free agents. There's some old school cats in there. Derek Carr is now in the free agency. He has been let go. Marcus Mariota is also in free agency. Now, what I can do is I can try to initiate some trades, even though the trade deadline is officially over. But look, if I'm going to get any type of, if I'm going to have to pick within the first 8 picks to try to get one of these quarterbacks. And even then, the quarterback that I want is probably not going to be there. Okay? Now check it out. Go to ESPN.com, and I have put in most of the quarterback draft class. Okay. I did a few of the halfbacks. I didn't do any of the fullbacks. I did quite a few wide receivers of actual guys who are going to be in the draft this year. And there's a few other guys that I could actually be redoing. Like I need to add the defensive tackle draft class. I did add this defensive end. Now, in order to have any type of play on these guys, all right, I'm going to have to draft early. And here's the thing. When it comes to drafting early, I'm 8-8. Okay? There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 teams that are worse than me in the AFC. Okay? Then you add the Eagles, Giants, Rams, Seahawks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. All those teams are worse than me, which is putting me pretty much in the 13th pick in the first round. So I've got to move up. I've got to move up, especially if I plan on getting one of these quarterbacks. All right? So what I'm going to have to wind up doing is I'm going to have to wind up trading. All right? Now, I have messed with this a little bit in the past, so I kind of know what I can get away with and still get some decent draft capital out of them. Like, there's a guy on here. There he is. Look at his contract. His contract is $10 million for 5 years. And this dude is an overall rating of a 64. So he's going. you feel me? He's going. And then let's see, who else can I add to that? Now, you know, I'm going to add Andre Billings. Because I have a feeling that I'm going to be able to pick up a defensive end in free agency or in the draft. One way or another. Now, we have to make it to where it's interesting, but what we want is either a trade with the Falcons, a trade with the Eagles, and who's third? Who is third? But it'll be one of the 6 and 10 teams. Look at there. Now look at that interest bar. Now that interest bar is pretty much what I go with on whether they would accept the trade or not. Because the guys who made this roster, Lost Soul and all them, they made it to where you could be every team instead of just being one team. And that's why we're going to try to get as much draft capital as we possibly can to where we can get our picks at the very beginning, solidifying ourselves with the people that we want and this organization, what from my opinion, really needs. So we're going to accept both of those guys. It's going to help the cap quite a bit. But at least they get a decent player in return. And we're going to get the first overall pick. And they're taking some cap money off of us with Jay Barton going over there as well. Oh, the team I'm trading to would have too many players. Well, then that means I need to get somebody from them. Which I won't need a wide receiver. I do need some type of line, though, like a guard. A guard would be ideal. But I didn't want anybody high-ass fucking contract. Not to mention, I don't think they would get rid of Zamu anyway. Huh. Oh, well, that just took that all the way down. So that wouldn't work. And take him back off. What do they got for linebackers? Not very many. They're going to have to draft linebackers. Whew. And they're the team that picked up Bradbury. You know, that's actually not a bad contract. I wonder if they do that. Probably not, because Billings is an 82. Well, that means I'm just going to have to take some scrub then. Damn, his contract's high as hell, and he's only a 72. Well, I mean, there's a strong safety right there. That's another guy I won't have to sign. But damn, his contract's high. Is there anybody else? They've only got one free safety. Man, they literally don't have anybody else that I would want. Opeta. What is it? Tight end? Don't need any tight ends. I mean, I could take... what would I need a running back for? I'll take the rookie quarterback. All right. That'll work. So there. I mean, at least I made it fair. I made the bar go up all the way. At least it wasn't all the way, but it was like 7/8. That's good enough. It's not like it was half. And maybe, just maybe, $78.22 million is what I'm spending. I'm at 109.46. I'd suffer 178 million. Oh no, I could just release him now. You know what? I'm just gonna keep him. Actually, you know what? Nope. Get the fuck out of here. We'll go ahead and release him. All right, so now we'll go to team needs and we'll go ahead and look. We need at least 2 quarterbacks. We need 1 extra center, a fullback, a wide receiver, 1 guard, 1 defensive tackle, and that's what we're going to leave it as. So we have 6 outside linebackers, 4 tight ends, 4 inside linebackers, which some of those guys are going to ultimately get released. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go through that right now. We don't need 5 running backs. So we need to look at trading Amir Abdullah. Cole's not even on the team anymore. So we can look into trading him. We're going to get rid of Horsted. No point in keeping him. Chandler Jones is going to retire more than likely. When we go into offseason, we'll probably look at trading Kuntz. Because we're going to do a few of these things before, see, and we had Anthony Averett. He's not even on the team anymore. Yep. Release him as well. We could trade Matthias Farley. As a matter of fact, that's probably exactly what I'm going to do. The Jets aren't very good either. Yeah, they won't give me the round one for them. I'd have to put somebody else in there. Let me go look at something right quick here. Okay. Yeah, I see the Jets are 3-13. Eagles 2-14. Falcons 2-14. So it would be Eagles or Falcons, Eagles, Jets, and then the plethora of 6-10 teams. So Giants, Rams, Colts, Texans, Jags, depending on where they all fall. Let me see if I can work the Jags. See, 21st power ranking, 26th, 29th. Colts. You know what? Let's try to work the Colts. I'll bet you the Colts have got a high draft pick. Not trade block, trades. All right. That's like a little over halfway. What else can I add? I can throw in my third pick. Matthias Farley and a third round pick to get their first round pick. I'm going to do it. Since there's nobody here to tell me no, I'm going to do this. Yep. Trade's been accepted. All right, so that frees up more money off my books. I lose a third round pick, but I have more money to play with. And I get an extra pick in the draft. So now I'm pretty much through playing. Let's go ahead and go into the playoff schedule. We're going to start the off season. Retirement period. So Sieg is retiring. Yeah, I'm going to suffer a 4.41K, 441K. But look at my cap room at 125 million. You know what? I'll take that L. But I'm going to renegotiate James's contract because I want to keep him. See what gives me the most money. That still gives me the most right there. Still at 121.97 for a 2-year deal. Andre James. Backload that contract. Ha, he accepted. Good. Now, Dylan Parham. They do the same thing with him. Renegotiate his contract. We're still sitting at 120. For one, I want to keep him more than 1 year. Well, that's going to be the best for me there. It's going to be a balanced contract for 2 years, getting 30 bonus. I think he'll take that, don't you? All right. Well, he took it. We're going to let Sieg. I'm not negotiating his. As a matter of fact, I'm going to trade Brandon Bolden. So, allow retirements for all exiting veterans. Now we got a re-signing period here. Actually, I think I'm good. I'm going to leave all these dudes on 1-year deals. They're going to be on prove-it deals. And then if they start doing well, the ones that I decide to keep anyway, if they start doing well, see, I can just trade them right here. Yeah, we're going to begin a trade for him. Rams have the 6th overall pick. They've got the 5th, which is the Texans. Yeah, I just want to get this dude off my team. Denver will take him. And get that dude the fuck off my team. Amir Abdullah also needs to be traded. There's no point in keeping him around. want to get myself as many picks in the first round as I can. Nope, nobody wants that. Even for the 32nd overall pick, I'm not going to be able to get rid of Abdullah. His contract's too damn high. So, let's go to the Browns. How about a third-round pick? Yep. All right, so they'll take him for a third-round pick. Take him. All right. Now, I believe I could probably trade Belial Nichols for a pretty good penny. Let's begin a trade. Look at that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 first-round picks, a second, a third, a fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I can muscle another one out. See if I can get one in between 2 and 10. Patriots got the 7th. Panthers have got the 4th. Jets have got the 3rd. The Jags have got the 8th. Falcons have the 1st. The very first pick in the draft. Texans have the 5th overall pick. That is 3/4 above. Look. That is 3/4 above. There's about, I'd say a little less than a quarter left. So, sounds like I'm taking it. So there we go. I now have only 45 players on the roster. I have $120 million in cap room. And there you go. I have definitely enough draft picks. So, there we go, though. We need to trade this guy, dude. I don't want to keep him, period. And I do need a quarterback, bro. But they are not interested in giving me Aaron Rodgers for him. I could probably trade him plus a number 1 overall pick to bring him in. But I wish y'all were here to where you could tell me what to do. Because if I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm drafting for the future. I mean, as you can see, with as many first-round picks as I picked up, nope. The 8th, the 9th, nope. They are not interested. They'll take a number 2 for him. Miami will give me the 25th. 29th is probably more like it from Dallas. As long as they take that massive contract. You know what? I'm taking it. So now I've got pretty much all the dead weight off my team. I can handle that. And I got hella draft picks. Trading all them people out. But I got a lot of people to replace. You know what I mean? I've got a lot of people to replace. I need a free safety, a center, another guard, a defensive tackle, a corner, a wide receiver, and 2 quarterbacks, but I'm probably only going to run with 1. Grab 1 more to put back there with Stidham. Depending on, because I'm going to have to simulate part of the damn draft, and we'll find out what's up. But I'm going to make sure that I get all my first-round picks in before I do that. And for the other teams, I will draft by their needs as well. So the Rams need a fullback. They need an outside linebacker. They need a center. They have the quarterbacks they need. And there's one thing I'm going to go ahead and wind up doing for these guys too, because I don't want to see them in free agency. Because I honestly believe that there's no way that they let this dude go. I just don't see any reason why they would let him go. He wants a 6-year deal. What is their cap room like? 123. So yeah, they could sign him for a 3-year deal. And still be good at 2180. Or 2290 even, with a 60 bonus. 60% up front. So there, at least now they don't have to worry about that dude retiring on them. They probably would have let him go, but I doubt it. In this game, they probably would have let him go. Yeah, this is where I gotta go. Team needs. Okay, they also need a fullback. They need a corner. And they need a center. And that's if they even get to where Saints, they're 7-9. I got their pick. I don't think I got the Colts pick, but I may have. But I don't think I got the Colts pick. Team needs. Nick Foles' contract is retiring. It's expiring. They need a fullback, an inside linebacker, and a wide receiver. Now, I will not be scouting for these other teams. You know what I mean? But it's just good to know what they need. 13 and 5. I'm not going to have to worry about them. I did not snag their pick. They're going to need a quarterback for sure. So they're going to definitely probably draft a quarterback. Probably. They might actually draft a wide receiver because they could sure use that. They don't have any playmakers. Or they could possibly go defense. You know? I know I don't have the number 1 overall pick. But we are going to go ahead and get this episode started because I got to get and meet up with somebody. Get my taxes done. Go ahead and get that taken care of now. I still feel like shit, but I got to get that shit done. So we're going to start the off-season schedule. We've already done the re-signing. Release the players with expiring contracts. Now we'll go into free agency. All right, Nick Bosa is definitely in there, so I am definitely going to make a play for Nick Bosa. I could definitely use a Nick Bosa on this team. $42.32 million for 4 years. That leaves me with 110. I'd be willing to give him 40.1. And then front load his contract like that, which will save me up to roughly about 111 million. So now I'm going to have to wait on him to get back in contact. Okay, so we do have a few people that we could go after. We got Tua. We got Watson. We're not going back after Derek Carr. There's Jacoby Brissett, Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, Nick Foles, Tyler Huntley, Tyler Heineke, Jordan Love. Okay, they let go of Jordan Love. And then Ian Book, Trevor Siemian, K. Mond. All right, so I will try to make a play for a quarterback. I'm going to go with Watson. But in all actuality, man, Watson would not be available because of that huge deal he signed. You know what I mean? With the Browns. So more than likely, I'll just go to the Browns and let them and do theirs and pick him back up for them. Because I think it's absolutely crazy how the Browns just let that dude go. Tua has been released. You know, I really just need a bridge quarterback anyway because I know I'm selecting my quarterback in the draft. So, let's see. How about a Jacoby Brissett? And he's not actually even requiring that much. But I do not want to sign him for 7 years. There. $9 million, but he gets half of that up front. So that keeps him here for 2 years. Huh. 116.48. That's ascending. 116.93. Give him 60% up front. So we're going to make a play for Jacoby Brissett. Don't much care about that. We're going to make a play for Cooper Kupp. Definitely. We'll make a play for Cooper Kupp. And he wants 34 mil. I could lock him down for 5 years. That's what he wants. Okay. Don't need any tight ends. I could use a center. Already have Andre James, so I don't need to break the bank. He's crazy. See, I need a guard more than anything. I'll bring that back some. Hell, if he winds up being any good. Get him up there just a little bit more. Still gives me 102. If he works out, 8 years pro? I can sign him for 3 years. Need a tackle. Gotta have a tackle. Defensive tackles, eh. I'll draft one. Defensive ends, I'm going to draft one. Outside linebacker. Bobby Wagner. He's old as shit, though. He's been in the league 11 years. Same thing with this dude, Demario Davis. Eric Kendricks. Wasn't he a Patriot? He's an 84. Yeah, I would rather go after corners. These are bottom of the dumpster. Casey Hayward back in the fucking free agency. Marshawn Lattimore looks like he'd be a good fit over here. Stephon Gilmore's a little old. He does have an 86 speed. It just gives them more of an interest to come here. And I'll be at 96.04. We're going to make that offer. Hopefully he'll come over here. Now we do need a strong safety. I may just draft one. Carl Joseph. Really nothing for strong safeties. Free safeties, though. I tried to get him last time. Damn, he... Bring that contract way back. And that brought it up some to 85.70. 4 years at 40.34 mil. And that locks him down to where at least we have a free safety back there. Well, most of them assigned with me. You see my cap room right there. So hopefully, Vera Tucker just accepted my offer. Okay, so $86.74, that gains me $1 million. $86.91 for ascending. Okay, Lattimore I got. Now, Minka Fitzpatrick. That's going to save me. That'll put me down to 80. It's 80.65. Okay. I got everybody I wanted, so now advance to the end. Let's see something here. Still need a fullback. I need a center. We're going to go in with Jacoby Brissett. We need a center, a defensive tackle, and a quarterback. These are the running backs I'm keeping. Just these three. This is my wide receiver core. I'm going to actually go and get me some more coffee. And then we'll go over the rest of this. Huh. Alright. Well, sorry about all that. That's a little bit better, though. Finally feel a little bit decent now. So we definitely have the wide receivers. We need to trade a few of these guys, man. Might be able to get a pretty good thing out of Hunter Renfrow. Definitely want to get rid of Horsted. So we've got a decent guard now. And we now have 2 decent tackles. I'll be running with Bosa and Tillery as my defensive tackles. And then Crosby and Jenkins, unless I can draft somebody. Get rid of Jenkins as well. Keep Perryman. Now I've got Lattimore and Rock Ya-Sin, who are going to start on the outside. I'm going to move Hobbs to the inside like he's supposed to be. Get rid of dudes like Sam Webb, because he needs to go. And then that is who I'm going to use right there. Morig and Fitzpatrick. I really wish I could move Harmon over and have Fitzpatrick start in place of Morig. But with the way it's all set up, that's just not going to work. Maybe I might be able to draft one. We'll see. I've got definitely enough draft picks. That's for sure. So, cap management I need. Fitzpatrick is my highest paid player, but he's on the team for 7 years. So, yeah, he's done dropped. That's why he got released. But it'll be all right. Yeah, he dropped down 5 points too, but I still want to keep him. Darren Waller dropped down 2 points. Andre James stayed the same. Colton Miller went up. Dan Pecco went up. Nick Bosa went up. Max Crosby went up a little bit. Marshawn Lattimore went up too. In all the right areas. Trayvon Morig went up to 77. Mika dropped. Carlson went up. Or no, Carlson went down. And AJ Cole went up. So, what we will do now, we're back at the offseason schedule. We have 51 players. We need 52, but we're going to be signing a bunch of these. Really, there's nobody else we need. Maybe another fullback. I can draft a center. I can draft a defensive tackle. They didn't have very many good defensive tackles in here. BJ Hill. I mean, but what's the point? He might not even be that much. Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna bring. I think I could probably draft one and get better. Shaq Thompson. How much does he want? Huh. Do I really need a fucking outside linebacker? I mean, if anything, I need an inside linebacker. See, and he's not talking about staying on the table for very long either. $72.38. Make that offer. No, hopefully I can get 3 years out of it. Now he wants 11.4 million. All right. All right, now, okay, there we go. Now advance to the end. As we got him. Now we're at the combine. So here is where it's going to get fun, man. I've got like a bunch of picks in the first round. There's a few of these guys that need to go. Hunter Renfrow is really expensive for what he is. You know what I mean? His cap penalty is 315. His rating is a 76. He has dropped down immensely from the season. To the point to where Mac Hollins is rated better. So Hunter Renfrow's got to go. We're going to begin a trade with him. They are not interested in giving up their first round pick. They're not interested in giving up their first round pick. Even at 18, nobody is interested in giving up their first round pick. Nobody is interested. Oh, well, they'll give up their second, but not very much. That's the Eagles' second round pick. Dallas will take him for round 2 of their 29th. Kansas City won't take him. And San Diego will entertain it, but not really go for it. So Hunter Renfroe is going to have to go for a second overall pick. Who has got... He's going to have to go with a second pick. And see, even St. Louis is not going to want to do it. I have picks 2, 5, 10, 14, 22, and 29. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get much of anything for him unless I try to get another first round pick this way. At a second round, my second round draft pick for a late first round. Pick 18, they would go for. That's Green Bay. Right? Detroit, with the 16th pick, would go for it. Yeah, and the Jets would not. They don't care. They're going to go get their quarterback. That's exactly halfway. I wouldn't accept that anyway just because it's only halfway. Give up the 25th pick for him, but I want to get... Oh, that's second round. I want a first round late pick. Wow, trade with Kansas City? Could take the 19th. Take the 20th. Definitely have the 30th. Send his ass to Baltimore. Well, yeah, once you get up into the high, there's no way they want to give him up. Green Bay will take it for the 18th. And that's actually like the best looking one. Detroit would take it for the 16th. We're going to give him to Green Bay. They've got plenty of cap room, and we'll take the 18th pick. All right, so there goes Hunter Renfroe. So, got two top-tier receivers. Keelan Cole, Mac Hollins are going to round it out, and then Turner will be like the backup. So we might even be able to go ahead and draft a wide receiver as well, just to groom. But I'm going to run with Hollins as my slot. So I need a quarterback, a wide receiver, a fullback, a center, a defensive tackle. And I'm probably going to go ahead and pick up some type of defensive line too. Yeah, defensive tackles. Definitely need defensive tackles. And some of these guards I really don't need. But we'll keep them there for now. Off season schedule. Now we're going into the combine. Our team needs. We need a quarterback. Look at Bryce Young. I want a full report on Bryce Young. I want a full report on Hendon Hooker. CJ Stroud. Give me an hour with him. Don't need any running backs. Says I need another fullback, but I really don't. I want to look at some of these wide receivers. I want the fastest guy. I want to look at him. Who is the fastest dude? Four, 5'5". Burgess. 4.51, which is Smith. Damn, he's got a hell of a leap, too. I want to look at him. Look at him for an hour. .475, 4.55. I'll look at him as well. So this is the first day. I get 4 days to do this. Like I said, I will not be scouting for the other teams. I mean, I would say that I was able to make a lot of moves after initially just cutting Derek Carr. So that's definitely for sure. Okay, for Bryce Young, he's definitely got a lot of upside. 95 pass accuracy. Play recognition is 75. He's got an 83 speed. And his passing strength is 84. Coach's notes will make receivers around him better. A real magician on the football field. A little hot and cold in college. Okay. CJ Stroud. Let's go ahead and give him 2 hours. Hendon Hooker. All right, his passing strength is an 84 with a pass accuracy of 84. His speed is a 72. Bryce Young's speed is an 83 with a pass accuracy of 95. Pass strength 84 with a play recognition of 75. I'm going to look at Hainer too. Possession receiver. .449, huh? Give me an in-depth report on him with a 41.5 vert. He's not very strong. Yep, got to do all this, man. Now we're going to see where we're at here. Hooker's down. Okay. I could probably scout every player if I did every team, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. Okay, scouting targets. Everybody's been pretty much 68 catch, 87 speed, 89 speed, 64 catch, 71 catch, 85 speed, but he's down on the boards. That's because his break tackle's not very good, his jump's not very good. He's a speedy wide receiver. Figures to struggle against the run. Needs to develop a counter move and has trouble plugging holes. He's got an 8 tackle. 8 tackle? Why the hell is he so high on the boards then? He's also down on the boards. All right, so this is going to be pretty much where I am ending my scouting period, and then we'll go into the draft. I'll make all my picks plus everybody before me in those drafts during my picks, and I will draft for their need. You know what I mean? And then once I get done with all my first round picks, I'll go ahead and simulate the rest, and we will go from there. Now, this is day 4. I still have a feeling that Bryce Young will wind up. The Falcons have got the first pick. I have the second pick. All right, so the combine's been completed. Now we got to go into the draft. So they are the first one to go into the draft. They're going to need a quarterback. Well, they could be trying to continue on with that 79 overall quarterback. Or they might not be able to. You know, I would say that they're probably going to elect the best quarterback in the draft. And that best quarterback in the draft is Bryce Young. And I do believe that because that's what I scouted as well. You know what I mean? That's what I scouted as well. So I did look at CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, decent player. He's got a 4.8. I think that's what I was doing here. Let's watch SportsCenter right quick and see what they got to say. Because Bryce Young tore it up at the combine.
Welcome, everyone, to a special draft preview show here on ESPN. I'm Mel Kiper Jr. With the draft coming up just around the corner, it's time to take a look at some of the guys that are going to be movers and shakers come draft day. The Falcons are holding on to the #1 overall pick. Obviously, they have a lot of options, but I think the consensus says they're going to go after this guy right here. 6'4", 290, out of USC. He's the kind of player that doesn't come around too often, so I think it's likely that he will, in fact, be the first player selected. So then, falling in line right behind him at the top spot, I think you look at a handful of guys that have the potential to be dominant players at the next level and will likely be selected somewhere in the top 10 picks in the draft. Lambert is a guy you look at that's really been a fast riser. Physically, I don't think there's any question that he's ready for the NFL, and you have to think he can make a big splash right away.
Yeah, whatever.
When you look at some guys that are going to be interesting choices for the late first, early second round, I really see some prospects that are going to be significant upgrades for a lot of teams. Wilkerson has first-round talent. Some questions about his size, but I really believe that this is a guy that would really make sense for a number of teams late in round one. And then this last group, for one reason or another, find themselves as second-day prospects. There's an old axiom that says you can't make a mistake in the later round. That said, I think these are a few guys that can still provide value in the later rounds. Green is someone I look at that has a lot of potential. 6 feet, 211, out of North. So there you have it. As always, this is a fun time of the year, kind of like hot stove.
All right. So that's what Mel Kiper had to say. Which he was way the fuck off. And I'm going to take That's who I'm going to take with my first pick. Now, it's the Jets' turn. The Jets do need a quarterback quite badly. And I see them going with the only other guy that I looked at. Definitely the best stats at 106 touchdowns and 35 interceptions. And then you have Hendon Hooker. Well, CJ Stroud is going to the Jets. Now this right here, I believe, is the Jags. Nope, this is Carolina. Carolina, what does their team needs? They also need a quarterback. But they need a lot of other things too. They need wide receiver. They need a halfback. They need a strong safety. Outside linebacker. Center. Defensive tackle. They can always pick up a quarterback in free agency if they really need one that bad. So for them, I'm going to go with what best suits their needs. And they have a lot of needs. But I would say that I'm probably going wide receiver. And I'm going with the best wide receiver in the draft, which is Benjamin Simmons. Now, here we are again. This is the Raiders. All right. Now we're going to go finally get our quarterback. Now we got Aiden O'Connell. We've got Anthony Richardson, which I did not scout. .9 GPA. But the one guy I did scout, there's Will Levis. He's got 104 touchdowns with 38 interceptions. Hendon Hooker, 105 with 36 interceptions. Damn, Hendon Hooker still looks like, and he's got a 4.0 GPA, man. You know what? I'm drafting Hendon Hooker to the Raiders. Okay. This is who? St. Louis. St. Louis does not need. As a matter of fact, I think I'm pretty much done. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty much done. We can go ahead and put that trade deadline back on. And we will simulate for the rest. I've already gotten most of my picks anyway. So we are simulating the draft, and this is hopefully what the draft is going to end up looking like. Now, of course, on my next video, I will come back. We will play the preseason games. We will boost up our rookies. We'll find out what rookies we have. And we'll start cutting players and letting them go accordingly when we cut down to the 54-man roster. At least I believe that's what it's supposed to be, is 54-man. It could be 52. But either way, we'll have to cut down to 52 by the end of preseason. And then we will start the 2024 seasons, man. I will go ahead and let you know that I'm just going to let the computer do the rookie signings. I'm going to let the front office go ahead and do it. And here we are. We are the Raiders. I'm going to have to go through and knock everybody off again because for some reason they just always seem like that they want to give me everybody to play with. So that's something I'm going to have to go right back on through and change that up. But let's take a look at our depth chart. And we got Hainer as well, along with Stidham. So we got 2 quarterbacks. I don't know why Hainer's getting the start. That is not going to happen. It will be Hendon Hooker. And Jarrett Stidham will be before him. Hainer will be on the 3rd team. All right, we picked up a running back. I don't know why. But he is nowhere near as good as what any of these other guys are. His speed's not as good, so he should probably play fullback. We did pick up another wide receiver who's just absolutely dog shit nuts. So that's how that's going to work. That Q Kareem guy, I'm going to wind up releasing him, dude. So let me go ahead. Because obviously, go to contracts. Wide receivers. Yeah, absolutely dog shit nuts. Get the hell out of here. At least a free agency. You're trash. All right, looks like we kept Horsted. I don't want to suffer any penalties, so I'll leave it at that. We picked up a rookie in Jaron Cole for little to next to nothing as a center. Justin Seiler, we picked up a guard. We picked up another guard. Makes no damn sense why we picked up 2 guards. We picked up more tackles, it looks like. Michael Tate. We didn't pick up any defensive linemen. And besides Thule, we picked up Kenny Williams, another rookie. Kellen Bailey, another rookie. We did get Bobby Wagner, so we could probably go ahead and trade Micah Kaiser and Jayon Brown. How do I move down? We're going to put Sam Webb on the trading block as well. Let's see, who else do I have on here that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. Bye-bye, Jarrett Stidham. Just get rid of these guys for picks. 5th or 6th. Okay, now we'll see if we get anything on that one. He's a rookie. Another rookie. He's a 51. 56 and a 48. 54. A 57 and a 60. Man, the only good one that they drafted was this dude. Other than that, I'll let them play, you know what I'm saying, but doesn't mean they're going to be any good, and they're definitely probably not going to make the team. So anyway, this was Abacabb Classic Gaming encouraging that if you're going to game, keep it classic. And this was the releasing of Derek Carr and drafting, and along with free agency and all the offseason moves that I'm predicting for the Raiders to do this year. So until next video, when I go ahead and, depending on which game it's going to be, I don't know. I know I will be doing a Raider critique video this Saturday where I will be going over how Derek Carr was released and pretty much, you know, the cap penalty that the Raiders are suffering, but also with the Raiders being, you know, like third highest in highest cap right now, it's actually not really going to matter. So anyway, until then, I will see y'all later, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this rendition of Abacabb Classic Gaming for NFL 2K23, an ESPN NFL 2K5 mod. So I will catch y'all later, man. I appreciate anybody who stops in and watches this. Really kind of wish that I would have had more in the live chat, because then at least I would have had more of an idea of what to do. But hey, I did it this way, and I hope everybody is satisfied. I know I'm going to be satisfied with it. I'm going to be running with Hendon Hooker, and that's pretty much what I'm hoping that the Raiders wind up doing as well. So anyway, till then, everybody, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.